Let's just be careful. I think that's another Centurion, but it's also dead. Sphere Centurion. It seems that this place pretty much just collapsed on itself. And when the miners got in here, they might have disabled some of the security already. We do not have any further business here. So, yeah, just some airship plans and a book of a book about metaphysics, divine metaphysics. Very valuable book indeed. I'm not sure what I can do with the Hanging Gardens book though. Okay, we'll be heading out now. That takes us, if we just go through here quickly and loop back to the previous door, which is here, that takes us back to the regular egg mine, and we're done. We don't need to bother anyone else. We've only killed one Imperial guard, and you know, it doesn't really matter. We're not really the model Imperial Guardsman or Legionary. Never intended to be. So let's just sneak out of the mine and everything will be fine. We didn't run into any kind of a queen, so, you know, as far as we're concerned, the
betrayed the clan.
I don't care. Apparently they heard of my little adventure there and the fact that I kind of just killed one of their own. Anyway, I think we need to maybe take the Silt Strider. Yeah, let's take the Silt Strider back to Aldrune. Let's clear up the whole plans and things business, and then I think we're going to head towards Solstheim, because I do want to go there. There are, I think, some good artifacts to be found in Solstheim. I mean, I have a very powerful sword at this point, so I'm not entirely sure if it's going to, like, if the stuff we're going to find is any better. But there is also a quest there that we do have to complete, and it's for, you know, a Mage's Guild member, so as far as I'm concerned, that counts for something. But for now, let's just pick up the Silt Strider, let's head home towards Aldrune, let's wrap things up with the quest, and then head back to Cool, I think? I mean, I could ask just a random guardsman. Hello there. What can you tell me about Solstheim? There's a boat from Cool if you have any reason to go. Yeah, that is what I kind of remembered. We can actually take this straight to Cool. I haven't actually visited Cool during this this playthrough, so we get to add that to our map. I don't have any questions. I'm here to return some plans. Nothing else, nothing more. Like nothing left. Blah blah blah. I'm freaking.
Well, friend, the day is yours.
Yes, I did find blueprints. I believe there are more blueprints in Bethamez. This is oh, there we go. This is truly remarkable. These plans are very similar, and perhaps with both of them in my possession, I can discover their secrets. It's a shame Archmage Bonius doesn't share your dedication to scholarship. Okay, do you have anything else for me? Do not have any more duties for you. Perhaps you should speak with the guild stewardess, or stewards in Balmora or Sandrith Mora. So basically, just pointing us back towards Balmora and Sandrith Mora. I think Balmora might be pretty much done, however. I might need to talk to them a little bit more. Can I get an advancement? don't meet the requirements. Let's check my requirements actually, because I don't know what the requirements are for my next. 1 skill at 60, 2 skills at 20, and that is the So alchemy, mysticism, illusion, alteration, destruction, enchant. Destruction I think is getting closer. Yeah, it's 50, so we need to just level this up to 60 and things will be fine. Okay, well that means we don't have any active quests around here. Should I sell some stuff? I have only like... Yeah, I think what we're going to do is let's actually take a trip back to Balmora. I want to visit the bookseller. I might be able to sell some of this stuff. I'm not sure if our divine metaphysics is going to be of any use. I'm going to hang on to Hanging Gardens, because there have been indications by people that it might be worth something. Also, while we're here, I might as well check if you have anything. You probably don't, but I might as well check. 45, 45, 45. Just basic stuff that I don't really care about, thanks.
An adventurer, I presume.
And you, I think, sold stuff as well. But I have pretty much cleared up your inventory as well. You have some cheap restore health, but that's not particularly great. There is a quality restore health though. I do want these. But I am a little bit disappointed in the fact that you don't have any more restore magic apart from bargain, and bargain is it's practically useless. Do you have any spells? Any good spells for me to dispel, spell absorption, calm creature? Nah. None of that stuff is all that interesting. Do you have anything? Any good spells? Levitate, second barrier, water breathing, summon least, bone walker. I mean, I could use a summon spell that I can actually use, because the one that I currently have I cannot really use much. Skeletal minion. Skeletal minion over bone walker, I think. Let's see if I can actually even cast that. Summon skeletal minion. I have a 0% chance to cast it at the moment. But then again, I also have a very, very, very low amount of fatigue. Perhaps I will need to level up my conjuration a little bit more. But I'm basically just throwing around money that I have, that I don't really need at the moment. At some point I might just level up my conjuration enough to actually, you know, be able to cast some of this stuff. At least I have enough magicka to cast this spell, even though I don't have any kind of chance of actually casting it. What is my conjuration at this point? It's 11. Not really surprising. Can you actually train me in conjuration? No, just mysticism, alteration, illusion. Okay. Do you have any duties? You have completed all the duties. So basically at this point I should go to Center Mora.
Well.
Right. Okay, well let's talk to the bookseller. Do you have any kind of... Yeah, you actually have a decent amount of money. So you can buy that off my hands, and probably this too. Can we get a little bit more for that? Like solid 450? I mean, that's a very valuable book. It's like Dwemer and stuff. Yeah. Thought so. Actually, can I get something, or can I sell something else as well? Not really. I have those diamonds and stuff that I can sell, and I'll sell those over here to the pawnbroker, because they just sell a whole lot of stuff. This is the pawnbroker, or the trader, Ravir. Okay, and you will probably take some diamonds off my hands. I have a couple of Daedra's hearts that I can use to create Restore Magicka potions, but I don't think I can pull that off. Raw glass, that's something you can buy. Void salts, it's actually Restore Magicka as well. Maybe I'm not going to give that up yet. Is there anything that I actually want to get rid of? Something that is somewhat heavy? Soul gems, you probably want these. Apprentices, lockpicks, I don't need these. Okay, you don't buy them, sure. Fair enough. I have no idea why I've even picked up that. Fire salts, this is something for you to buy. Cure paralyzation, I mean that's very low weight. Do I want to give up one of my blades? Currently, I mean, I think the Stormblade might be a little bit useless at this point. 1 to 25 damage. Well, I mean, it's 1 to 25 damage, so I guess I should not care about it too much. You can buy the Curse off my hands. Is there anything else here that I don't need in terms of, like, armor or something? Just a whole bunch of amulets that I kind of want to keep. Yeah, sure. That's a whole bunch of stuff for you already. Okay. So let's go back to Old Droon. Let's take the Silstrider to cool, and we're going to head towards Solstheim. And in Solstheim, we will find a Winter Wonderland. And also some burial grounds, and we're going to definitely explore them. Okay. You also have spells. What do you have? Bound Dagger. I mean, I could maybe get a Bound. I mean, these are, like, this would be just a quick, like a sword that I could use. I think, like, this might be a good way to train my, yeah, I have a decent, like, I have 25% chance of actually casting that. And that's basically just a weapon that I can summon for a minute.
Dirt, 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 everywhere, dirt.
Yeah, I agree. And if, like, that's basically, if I just run out of my weapons or something, I can just quickly bound myself a longsword. It's probably not going to be the greatest longsword ever, but it's like a decent weapon if I just need a quick weapon at that point. And it's also like it has a very low cost. So I can cast that multiple times with my Magicka pool.
Can you ask your question quickly?
I have no questions for you. I have just exploration to do. In the location you told me. And athletics is going up. Okay, travel to cool.
Where would you like to go?
At the moment, not interested in going really anywhere. Actually going to wait until, like... I wonder if I can find a tavern. Let's go and find let's go find a tavern or something. Okay, apparently cool is actually this way. It's very difficult to see because it's so so dark. I suppose I could take just the boat, but maybe I should like find myself a quick tavern. Now I can sleep on the boat. Let's just go find the boat. Let's head towards Solstheim. And it's probably going to be daybreak when I get to Solstheim. Even though like this distance right there is not particularly great, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to mean waiting until the next day before I get there. I think that's the boat. Sure, Solstheim. Fort Frostmoth. And we have arrived at... Welcome to Solstheim, jewel of absolutely nowhere. It's a miserable place even for the Warmbloods. If you want to leave, I'd be happy to take you back to Wardenfell. If you feel you must stay, speak with the Captain Falks Carius in his chambers for Frostmoth. Captain Carius is the commander here, not a bad man, but he's a fool for remaining in this place so cold, so cold. If you are here about the colony, Cornelius Magius is the man you will speak to. Find him at the Imperial Cult Shrine. Any secrets about this place? I heard this guy talking. He said there's some kind of thieves' stash hidden in one of the ice caves, but it's guarded by a few Grawl. Okay. Those ice caves are the thing that we're actually here for. Well, partially. As you can see, like, this area, relatively green, but it quickly gets pretty snowy. What are you people? Waiting for the escort to show up.
Go ahead, what do you want?
We're waiting for our escort to Raven Rock. Go see Cornelius Magius. Guessing I'm not going to get much out of you. Let's go meet the commander. Maybe we'll get some ideas about this place. But there's a lot for us to explore. We need to find the airship and also a couple of the ice caves along the way. Sadly, we are not necessarily on the best of terms with the Imperials. Head through the general quarters all the way up to the south staircase. The third floor are his chambers. Okay.
Where's your uniform?
My uniform is sold. So third floor? Guess we're heading to the third floor. That's the upper level, but I don't think that was the third floor. Ah, Carius' chambers. Hello there. Can you tell me about Solstheim? It's an inhospitable place to be sure. Bears, wolves, and other creatures I'd rather not imagine abound. It's cold, windy, generally unfriendly. What are Growls? You haven't heard of them? Okay. Any specific places? Not much here. We've got a smith in the armory and a shrine. That's about it. If you're looking for more than that, head over to Raven Rock and see if they've got anyone to help you. What is this Raven Rock? Any secrets? Anything that I should know about? Ah, that's funny. Latest little advice. Sometimes it's worth killing Berserker just to get his weapon. Yeah. Latest rumors. Smuggler camps can be found all over the island. We'll clean them out, so one of these days, one at a time. Anything about wolves? They're all over this island, some travel in packs, which makes them especially dangerous. I've heard some carry disease as well. Not a whole lot of interesting stuff. suppose I could go and look for the shrine, ask about this colony. Yeah, can you go? Can you go? You know, coming through. Thank freaking God. Okay. Let's go look for the shrine. Let's talk to this Magius person. Thanks, update manager. We're bound to happen sometime, sometime, at some point. Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's found in the general quarters at all. It's probably a separate building, the shrine. Let's go look for the shrine. I suppose I could check the local map. Curtain wall. This is just back to general quarters. This is the shrine. So now I'm looking for a Magius, yes? Not you.
What can this humble priest do?
The humble priest can shut up until... Okay, can you actually tell me where Cornelius Magius is? It's got an office upstairs. Okay, upstairs. Thanks. Let's go ask. I'm just basically pumping these guys for any info that they have on this island, just in case I might... Hush now. Are you the Magius? Yes. This is about the East Empire Company? Yeah, sure. The local factor, not that it means much at this point. Our operations are just getting underway, and frankly, we're short-handed. We could use some help. Do you wish to join the East Empire Company? Not really at this point, but sure. Your interest is commendable, and we can certainly use the manual labor, if nothing else. As with all business, make sure you understand the requirements before agreeing to anything. Yeah, what are the requirements? It's a business at heart. Applicants must be a winning personality, strong will. Yeah, sorry. How about the Growl? Heard of them? Any secrets? Advice? Rumors? What's yourself at Thirsk? Nothing but a bunch of drunken barbarians, I tell you. Thirsk? Nordic place, right? North of here? Inconsequential. Okay, apparently there is a settlement up north.
Without me, it all falls to pieces.
I bet it does. I bet it does.
Where's your uniform?
I'm probably going to get really tired of them asking that. Maybe I will need to leave the faction at some point. I mean, surely the blades must be more cooler than just, you know, the freaking legionaries. That's pretty much the Frostmoth. Apparently there are more settlements up here. But, yeah, this is not a very populated place. There isn't a whole lot of stuff going on here. And who are you and why are you out here? Let's go ask. You look a little bit suspicious to me. So who knows, maybe you're a thief or something. So you travel the wilds of Solstheim just as I do. Here's a word of advice from one wanderer to another. Keep your eyes open and your wits about you. There's more than bears and wolves roaming this island. If you find yourself face to face with the berserkers, or Fries hags, sheath your blade and get to running. If you need shelter, my king's folk at Thirsk will gladly take you in. Thirsk is the finest mead hall you'll ever visit, friend. It lies north of here, to the east of Lake Fjalding. If you reach the Skull Village, you've gone too far. When you get there, see Ulfrun. She's in charge of the mead and will gladly sell you a flagon or 3. Any advice or anything? Secrets? Advice? Yeah, okay.
Be careful out here in the wild, friend. There's more roaming about than just wolves and bears.
I bet. Also, luckily, it seems that the Daybreak is soon to arrive. So at least we're not walking in the middle of just the dark, wintry forests. I'm guessing this is the lake they're talking about, because that's just a river. And there is a lot of stuff going on around here. Finding everything is going to be a little bit difficult. I think I see a wolf out there, yeah, in the distance. But we need to find... Like, our main objective here is the airship. It's some sort of a wolf-shaped formation, and apparently the barrow is located at the eye of that formation. We're here to look for both the amulets and the airship. And in addition, we are here to look for anything that might be magical. Any kinds of amulets, things like that. Definitely looking for those. So let's just keep our eyes open for any kind of dungeons. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably zigzag a little bit around here. So I'm going to walk in this direction until we meet the ocean. And I think that might actually be a dungeon right there. There's definitely a wolf protecting it. Let's see if we can pull this off without using magic. Might be a good idea to save, however, before we mess with the wolf. Yep, okay. Definitely powerful enough to take on singular wolves. Okay, let's go and see what this is all about. Well, this is basically just an island full of interesting dungeons. And that's why I wanted to come here, because these, like, some of these dungeons are pretty damn interesting. And I probably haven't even seen all of them. Stormfund Barrow. Okay, it's a very dark place. I think I may need some light. And I don't have any torches. I'm going to cast Night Eye. There's something here. I think it might be just a wolf. No, it's not it's not just a wolf. It's in fact a creature that it's a bone wolf, and it kept regenerating itself. Like I said, interesting places. And that's why we need to keep our wits about us. Because things here are sometimes a little bit spooky. Apparently it's safe enough to rest now. But I definitely want to see. Also, this is a good way for me to level up my illusion. I think we could have just picked one of the two ways. But yeah, these barrels, they contain a lot of goods. But as with all places that deal with the dead, the possibility of the undead is very real. Like with these bone wolves, for example. Very much undead creatures. Locked and trapped chest. Okay. Extravagant ruby amulets. It's worth carrying around. Cheap, restore health. What did I catch from that? Blind. 20% blindness. That should go away quickly enough. And I think I'm actually resisting it to the point where it doesn't actually... it barely even affected. Kind of just my Night Eye kinda... just reversed or avoided the effect. Star Rim. You don't have the tools to do anything with this. Interesting. So we cannot actually get to that skeleton. Let me quickly check what tools I need to get to that skeleton.